As we officially know now from Dave Filoni himself, there are plans to bring together The Mandalorian, Ahsoka, and the Book of Boba Fett in an epic big-screen film. From watching The Mandalorian all along, there have been clues that Mando and Ahsoka will meet up, either in the upcoming Ahsoka series, or in the newly announced movie. Crossovers are not new to these Disney Plus series, as we saw the return of Grogu, Din Djarin, and Luke Skywalker in the Book of Boba Fett. From the second season of The Mandalorian, there have been names dropped and clues placed that show that these characters also seem to be ready to converge in Ahsoka. First of all, there is the character of Ahsoka herself. Just as in Star Wars Rebels, where she came in at the end of the first season to become a key player in the next, she is also reintroduced in the second season of The Mandalorian. We meet her on a planet that still succumbs to Empire-era rulers. She is helpful in Din Djarin's search for a Jedi who will train Grogu, and she is able to communicate with Grogu, enabling Din Djarin to learn his real name. Ahsoka also successfully fights off the oppressors with Mando's help. As she defeats the evil magistrate, Ahsoka sternly asks her, "Where is your master? Where is Grand Admiral Thrawn?" This is the first mention of that particular Rebels character since the end of Star Wars Rebels, and we know it is Ahsoka's and Sabine Wren's mission to find him and Ezra Bridger. In that particular episode, Chapter 13 of The Mandalorian, the magistrate also has a spear made of Beskar material. Ahsoka wins it in combat and gives it as payment to Din Djarin, who brings it back to the armorer. She is very concerned that such a thing exists, as it could pierce Beskar armor and harm Mandalorians. The armorer melts it down and creates armor from it. Jumping to the 6th episode of the 3rd season of The Mandalorian, we find out that Beskar was used to get Moff Gideon out of the New Republic ship. In the finale, we also find out that Moff Gideon has been using Beskar to outfit his clones, which he plans on using to create the ultimate army. Since the Beskar was in the possession of the Magistrate and Moff Gideon, both of whom seem to be acquainted with Thrawn, this is another point that shows the series' connections. Back in Episode 7 of the 3rd season of The Mandalorian, Moff Gideon talks to several Empire loyalists, including rebels and heir to the Empire character Captain Gilad Palion. In this hologram conversation, Grand Admiral Thrawn is brought up and talked about as though some present expect him to show up at any minute. The Season 3 premiere of The Mandalorian also harkens back to Star Wars Rebels, with one of the first scenes showing the Purrgil flying in hyperspace alongside Din Djarin and Grogu. The Purrgil are the creatures that Ezra Bridger is able to communicate with via radio frequencies and the Force to rid his home planet Lothal of Grand Admiral Thrawn and the Empire at the end of Rebels. There are probably more than one flock of Purrgil in the galaxy, but as this is the first time we have seen these creatures since the Rebels finale, it definitely seems like a clue that these two series are going to come together. Last but definitely not least is the live-action debut of our favorite Lasat rebel, Garazeb Orolios, better known as Zeb. When we last saw him in the Star Wars Rebels finale, he and Agent Kaluz were living on the Lasat world of Lyra San. Suddenly, he appears with the New Republic pilots in The Mandalorian. What would bring him into the New Republic when Lyra San is the true home world of the Lasat and needs rebuilding just like Mandalore? Hopefully, we will find out the answers to all of these loose ends when Ahsoka premieres on Disney Plus in August.